Right, so David, the January 3rd deadline, there's a lot of talk about that in the industry at the moment. So can you tell me a bit more about what that means to the industry?
Yeah, sure. I mean, at the highest level, the European margin rules always included FX forwards and swaps within the variation margin rules. Now, parties weren't required to exchange variation margin on those products from day one because the European regulators cited that there was no consistent definition of what an FX spot was in the market and therefore indirectly what an FX forward and swap was. So with the MiFID II classification of a spot, the European regulators have stipulated that you must exchange variation margin on FX forwards and swaps post Jan the 3rd, which is, and that FX spot definition is that MiFID classification.
Okay, and so what would that mean then? So will a lot more firms be in scope for that, you think, or what impact does that have in the industry?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it brings into scope many more parties and parties that haven't traditionally had collateral management processes in place. So that will pose a challenge in itself for the industry. The other big challenge is that a lot of agreements, a lot of trading relationships where there aren't CSAs in place today will need to, those trading relationships will need to be margined. So it brings into scope many more agreements going forward.
Okay, and this is obviously under the European rules, but will it also affect firms that are not in Europe?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good point. If a European firm is trading FX forwards and swaps with a counterparty, say, based in South America, that trading relationship has to be margined according to the European rules. So indirectly, that third country counterparty is dragged into scope.
Okay, great, thank you.